Protection.
What did you do? What have you done?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Peace and blessings be upon you whenever this video, radio message, or broadcast reaches you. I'm Juice, son of Shan, and this is the amazing truth. And y'all know I don't hesitate, so we're going to get right into it. Manipulation of the mind, carbonation, and other cults. I use carbonation as an example because it came very, very close to home. It's like the Ansari cult from back in the day with Dr. York and David Koresh with the Davidian Temple or whatever, the New Davidians, and Jim Jones and what was Jim Jones? Temple of the People and all of that. So it's very pertinent that we talk to our daughters and our sons, because watching these videos of this cat, Elijah Bishop, that's his name, had to put you out there, bruh. I don't care about what the Saxtons are doing or what the Caucasians are doing, because it doesn't affect me, and what you're doing is an imitation of what they're doing. And they have to be responsible for that. But we are responsible for you, Elijah Bishop, to manipulate the women, to beat them women the way you did, to tell them, the brothers who were standing back there and allowing him to have sex with their wives, and to hit their women and teaching them to hit their women, you're weak-minded. And the only reason those brothers stayed there and put up with that, because they had this fantasy that one day they would be in Elijah's place. You keep following that bullshit. Carbonation, the name, the videos that I watch of those sisters crying, telling those stories. How could you allow yourself to be manipulated like that? The speech and the conversations that these women had on these videos and on YouTube showed that you were very competent of knowing the difference between right and wrong. So for y'all to stick around and allow yourself to be manipulated, to willfully hand over all your possessions, I'll never understand it. So to those who are watching, take it as a lesson. Talk to your daughters. Talk to your sons about the manipulation of man's tongue and the wickedness. We can't blame the devil no more, because everybody knows he whispered. Man got a little bit of wickedness in him. You better talk to your children. Talk to your sons. Talk to your daughters. Some of these parents don't give a fuck. They can't wait for their children to get out the house as soon as they're 18. I don't know where that rule came from, but white people don't do it. Mexican people don't do it. Asian people don't do it. They take care of their young until their young are able to take care of themselves, no matter how old they are. In order for other cultures to expel their children, it has to be really something detrimental. I mean, something really, they got to be a murderer, and sometimes they'll hide them. I'm getting a little bit off subject, but beware of the manipulation of man. Nobody should fall prey to a cult. Nobody should be able to tell you that they're Jesus, that they are Jesus, or that they are Allah, or that they're Buddha or Vishnu or whatever. How can you be manipulated when you have studied? And if you are ignorant to the point that you have not studied faith, you should not allow someone who breathes like you do, bleeds like you do, walks and talks like you do, to tell you that they are superior, mentally, physically, or spiritually. Not at all. I can't say enough. These Jim Jones cults where they drinking poison. Heaven's Gate, where he had everybody thinking that the aliens were coming. Satanic cults. And I know there's plenty of them, and we fall prey. But for those who are viewing this, talk to your children, talk to your loved ones. It's a whole new world coming, and everything is being accepted, and everything is being put out there. And if it's money to be made, if there's a following or any kind of relinquishing of power, they out there going for it. And they looking for the weak. They are preying on the weak. If your child is weak and you are not, then you better make him strong. If you're weak, then you better get something to strengthen you up. And it don't take nothing but a thought and an action. If you are weak, bam, become strong. If you going left and you know you got to go right, just go right. Don't look for nobody. Do what you have to do. You are responsible for you. You are accountable for you when it all falls down. And my niece quoted, and I never heard nobody say this, but it's so true. Graves don't have bunk beds. Caskets don't have bunk beds. You're going to be raised up by yourself. You're going to be held accountable by yourself. All right. Now you'll be questioned about your children and your parents and how you treated them. But as far as you following and being manipulated by a human being, stories of spaceships and smoke and fog, man cannot be that stupid. But here we are. Here we are, going to war in like 10 different countries. Following behind one man. He told you go shoot somebody, so you go shoot them. And we do it over here too. Taking things that don't belong to us because somebody said so. Man told you you had to go get a license to protect yourself from an intruder or predator. And you actually went to get it. Or you waited to get it. Or, you know. I'm going off the subject again. But I'm not going to show any of the video because you can go on YouTube and Google all of that, and it's hard to keep your attention for long periods of time. But the amazing truth for today is to talk to your children about the manipulation of cults, peer pressure, and following deadly consequences. And that's the amazing truth. Okay, so remind your children constantly not to follow or be manipulated by friends, family, loved ones, enemies, peers, anybody. And tell them about the manipulation and the contingency of man. And when I say contingency, once again, I mean nothing is free of gain or loss. Never give up your faith. Never give up your possessions. Never give up your children. And most precious of all, never give up your time. Because whether it be your advice, your support, your opinion, your vibe, your laughter, or your tears, or they want your money, or your wife, or your house, or your car, your son, your daughter, your time, or your life. They want something. So be mindful and teach your children to be mindful. Be aware, be safe, and be cozy. You understand? I'm Juice, son of Shan, and this is the amazing truth. Tell somebody.
Easy production.